Hi guys, my name is Elisa and I'm a high-speed student at CCR. This is my boyfriend Ray, and I get a lot of questions and comments about how supportive he is, and I thought it might be kind of helpful or interesting to you to hear his perspective about this whole process. So when people ask you what I do, what do you tell them?
I tell them you're a court reporting student, and then they usually say, "Oh, the person that types in the courtroom," and I go, "No, that's not what they do."
So when people say, "Oh, she types," what's your response to that?
I usually roll my eyes and go, "No." I think people have a misconception of what it is. Like they think of like the 1950s, like secretary taking dictation and typing what the boss is saying. It has nothing to do with typing. Then it's usually when I say she's a stenographer.
And when people say that, you usually get mad. Why do you get so mad?
Because it's not just typing. And like this, it's not that. It's like, okay, yes, that's what they do. They record what everyone's saying, but it's more involved than that, and there's just a lot more to it than just typing.
And when people ask you when I'm going to graduate, how do you respond to that?
I usually tell them, don't ever ask a court reporting student when they're going to graduate. They're going to gouge your eyes out. It's like training to be a Jedi, right? When do you know you're a Jedi? You don't until you can summon your lightsaber from across the room and it comes to your hand and you're like, then you know. And that's what I usually relate it to, because I tell them there's no way you can ever know when you're done until the day you pass that 225 words.
What's the worst part about having a girlfriend who's a court reporting student?
God, this is a trap. The worst thing about dating a court reporting student is feeling like you're not dating anyone at all. Sometimes it's just a challenge to... Honestly, the worst part is seeing you be so frustrated. You do have like moments where you're excited and it's fun and it's great, but even that, like even when you're like, oh, that's a test, and then you're like, oh God, that just means I have to go to the next speed. You have that little moment of like, hurrah, and then it's, but I'm not done. Watching you go through the process and not know when you're gonna be done and being frustrated at times, and there's nothing I can do about that except say, keep trying, champ.
Do you have days when it's hard to continue to be supportive and positive and all of that kind of stuff?
It's a challenge. I won't lie and say it's really easy. The days that that happens, I just think to myself, you're invested in this thing, and obviously I'm invested in you and in us, so I have to be supportive. Yeah, it can be frustrating, and yeah, it's like, oh my God, when are you gonna be done?
That's how I feel too.
It's challenging, but I'm right there with you, and I know it's all gonna be worth it.
And what's the best thing about having a girlfriend who's a court reporting student?
The best thing is that I feel like I'm getting smarter. I feel like just through osmosis, like I can become smarter. I'm so fascinated by what court reporters do already, and
We are fascinating.
yes, most of you.
Aww, me.
Just kidding. What you do is not easy. The skill set is incredible, but just the amount of knowledge you have to have, having to know all of the Latin words, having to know all the medical terminology, being a master of English, being able to put all that stuff together, control a room full of angry attorneys. And
We can talk about commas like nobody's business.
Right. You can punctuate the shit out of stuff. All the cool things you get to work on is cool for me to hear. So,
if there's one piece of advice that you would give to friends and family members of other court reporting students of how to best be helpful and supportive to them, what would you say?
I would say give them their space. Let them focus on what they need to focus on. Honestly, don't interrupt when they're sitting in front of their machine. Anytime you see them sitting in front of their machine or in front of their software, just leave them alone. That's the best advice I can give you. But seriously, be supportive. Do the little things that can help around the house to help them focus. Give them a quiet space, give them a clean space. Just the things that would give you peace of mind when you're trying to work or concentrate on something. I would say have the same, kind of awareness for the court reporter and what they're trying to accomplish.
Okay, well thanks. And I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thank you.
Oh, it wasn't recording. Just kidding.
Shut your face.